crease. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great episode of the Mark and Will Show. Of course, you got your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going down? What is going down? For real.
Right
off the dribble. Happy birthday to my nephew, Daniel Harrison Bird. Happy 15th
cake day.
Happy 15th birthday, partner.
Yes,
sir.
Happy birthday, nephew. All right, people, we're going to jump right into it, getting this MLB scores from last night. Well, not last night, today. I'm at today's scores.
Well, you had two late ones last night.
Yeah, two late ones last night.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah. So, Cincinnati, they played the Pittsburgh again, which they beat them again, 11-4, which they really tore them up yesterday. Jesus.
Them Reds is on, man.
Red Sox beat the Rays 9-2. Boston.
Oh, they're back. They had a sucker year last year.
Yeah,
Boston,
that's what I'm saying. We'll see.
Maybe back.
Phillies beat the Mets 8-2. Phillies 5-1. Woo!
Yeah. Paying them money, them players. You better
right.
do something.
Seattle beat the White Sox 8-4. You got the Orioles and Yankees on right now, which the Orioles is up 2-1. Atlanta came through with the win, beat Washington 7-6.
Yes, sir.
Good win for y'all. The Indians beat the Royals 4-2. The Twins beat Detroit 3-2. And Texas Rangers beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Memphis beat Chicago 4-2. The Dodgers go down to the A's 4-3. Oh yeah. And then Atlanta beat Washington again.
About to come back on that. I was waiting.
2-0.
I was waiting. You better give them Braves their shit. You better take care of that.
Right.
Come on now. Come on.
The Giants beat San Diego 3-2.
I see nieces on here.
Hi,
niece.
What up? Cardinals go down. I mean, they beat the Marlins 7-0. Oh wow. The Diamondbacks beat the Diamondbacks, and Rockies is actually coming on at 8:40.
Oh, boy.
I didn't even have it.
I love that. He said, man, I'm done with that. Hey, before we go to the next sports and everything, I want to remind everybody, we got a great show today, like always. But today, we have a special guest. They back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They back. The coaches are back. Coach Montgomery, Collins, and Durant gonna talk about that Bluegrass. Something about that Kentucky Bluegrass. You know that Bluegrass Showcase?
Yeah.
That they knocked out of the park. So it's on.
Yeah. Beautiful situation.
We going to NBA next.
NBA. NBA real quick. And if you guys don't know, now y'all know Kevin Durant is playing tonight. So check out KD.
D-boys.
All right. First game. Lakers and Toronto. Lakers won 110-101.
Did anybody? Who's on the roster? Oh, that's right. They got a little dust up. You see a little dust up? Go in my bag. Go ahead. They got a little excited. Montrez and all them.
Yeah, Montrez got ejected.
That's bullshit, bro.
First quarter.
That's bullshit, bro.
He said, quit playing with that man, dude.
That's bullshit, bro. First of all, he ain't going to let him, they that hard ass foul.
Yeah.
That shorter foul, and then your boy gonna try to lift his leg up, slam him down. Come on, dude. Come on, man. It ain't bet all that. And you lost. What Mike Lowry do?
Mike Lowry.
He ain't playing.
Mike Lowry's acting like he's hurt right now.
He mad because he didn't get traded. You know, he's going to the Heat or somebody like that.
If that's the case, he would have got traded. They don't want
True.
him. They don't want him.
But you said
Chicago, Indiana Pacers. Chicago won 113-97. Chicago, they trying to make a great playoff push. They trying, and they in the East, so it's damn near possible for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they made them changes.
Right.
Pace is supposed to be solid in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, damn, because Pace is 22 and 27, 20. Yeah, they right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right. They trying, and plus they got that pickup from Nokovic.
Yes, sir.
So he's there since he's been there. He's been balling. So
yeah, he gonna do his thing.
Right.
He
Right.
do his thing.
ATL beat the Pelicans 123-107. Trae Young had 30 and 12 assists.
Ooh, smoking Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
Smoking Joe Frazier.
Yes, that's a good win.
For real.
Next game, Philadelphia. Why it seem like I say this like every other day? Philly and Boston. Philly won 106-96.
Yeah, but I just don't get it. And I'm gonna tell you what, Perkins did a great thing earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted out to Tatum. He said, "Hey man, your body language is bad. You the guy they pay you. Now you gotta step up. You gotta be that leader. And that's the whole thing. You gotta be that leader, bro."
Yeah, I agree with him.
Is MB back yet?
MB is back. He had 35 last night.
Ooh, shit. Look at that though, 16 for 20 free throws. Man, when big man hitting free throws like that, bro, yeah, that's
problem.
Love, man. That's love. Being at 12.
Crazy. Grizzlies beat Miami Heat last night, 124-112. Memphis, okay. Y'all beat Miami. Yeah. That was a good win for Memphis. It was a good win for Memphis.
25-23.
Yes. That East is just like going to be so ridiculous when it comes down to the stretch of who gets that last two spots.
He's just now 26 and 50. Well, look at the home record. The Heat is 14-13.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Nah, that's not good.
Nah. No.
Damn near 500 ball at the crib. That's definitely not good.
Denver Nuggets beat Detroit 134-119. Which, so crazy. Ever since that trade done happened, Denver has really gotten better.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, when you look at it, man, it basically allowed Porter Jr. to go ahead and just be, the small forward. You ain't got to play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Gordon could be that power forward. And,
right.
Hell, they was missing your boy that didn't play last night, Mary.
Hell, they said Mary, sit down.
Yeah,
this is Detroit.
This
is Detroit.
Yeah, get that rest.
Right. This is Detroit.
That's the whole thing.
Next game, Golden State Warriors take down the Bucks 122-122.
Wow.
The sharpshooter, Mr. Steph Curry, dropped 41.
Steph Curry.
He said, "I'm tired of losing."
Steph Curry.
He said, "Draymond's too emotional."
Hey, Mr. Single Double. Mr. Single Double.
Mr. Single Double.
That's what it's about, Mr. Single Double.
Yeah, because that's absolutely crazy. But okay, the Clippers beat Portland Trailblazers 133-116, and they I think this year. Let me ask you this, because I've seen a lot of stuff about this. So, as far as Paul George, because I think they all only signed 2-year deals. So everybody's damn near free agent after this year. So would you re-sign Paul? Because it's a possibility that Kawhi leaves.
Well, then you better keep Paul in. Just because it's you got to think it's not that many. Paul George is an all-star. He's an all-star.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a superstar. He's an all-star. So my thing is this. If Kawhi leaves, then what? And then you let George, then it's like, dude, y'all going for the lottery. So you gotta you gotta play Russian roulette, just for the simple fact, you don't want to go ahead and just say, okay, let's wait for Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was so what positive, I'm out anyway back. It didn't go out, it's gone. Then then you ain't got nothing. So really you gotta go ahead and truly, granted, he had his ups and downs and all this kind of shit, but you really gotta sign Paul, man. For real. Because if you can bring some other pieces out there to help support him, he can't be that lead dog.
No, he can't. No.
He can be second and third. You know what I'm saying? So really, yeah, you gotta sign him. If you let him go, then all of a sudden your shit's over with. Because Kawhi can't do it by himself. We know that. Granted, you want to look at Toronto, but he has nice pieces around him when he was at Toronto. He had superstars, but he had dudes to fit that role.
Right.
Everybody knew what they were doing, and look at him now. Look at Toronto now. Shit.
Your team.
Dog shit.
Your team. Give y'all updates on some of these NBA scores tonight that's going on right now. Indiana Pacers is up 77-56 against the Timberwolves. Magic is down 60-73 against Washington. Boston is up 21-19 against some Knickerbockers. And Brooklyn is up 29-26 against New Orleans. KD back like I told y'all. Shit. So we got some good games on.
KD, let me look at this box score real quick.
Good games on.
KD.
He probably only had like 2 minutes.
Yeah. They said he hadn't even entered the game.
That's crazy. They better not got everybody hyped and he know we're getting the game.
Kyrie get the 9 though.
Yeah, shoot. He's by himself, so he's gonna do what he do.
Gotta do, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And really, to tell you the truth, man, in the long run, man, you building that bench.
Yeah.
Everybody getting that experience.
Right.
As long as everybody know when the big dogs come back, everybody know their roles. That's the same with Lake Show. You want to win games though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to win. Like last night when Lake Show won, you need to have those wins, but it's building up that bench.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They signed Ben McElroy, boy, whatever.
Right.
Signed his ass. That's another bench person. Which is a 2-guard. He came out of Kansas. He can ball, because really, I'm going to tell you what, man. Whoever the agent is for Pope,
right.
he's the baddest man in the
Yes, he is.
Baddest.
Yes, he is.
For real. He been rocking, dude. He's getting like 18 million a year type shit, dude.
And it's an average player.
And eating.
Average player. Got a ring.
He's eating.
Getting big money.
Yes. No, sir. So you are the player of the day, the week, the year, the agent. Whoever your agent is, I got to find out the agent.
I do too.
He's that guy.
And speaking on it, before we go to the next one, when the hell IT come back in the league? I was reading about that earlier.
Go to Pelicans?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's out there now.
Right.
Got Kobe's number on.
Yeah. You ain't that guy. But love that you supporting him.
Stop it.
First stop of the night, people.
Stop it, bro. For real, bro.
Oh,
but they did him wrong, though, man. They
did. They did. Boston.
Yeah, man. Yep. He was rolling. Got hurt. That was a wrap.
He was rolling.
They said, thank you. Hey, Aaron. They was like, oh, no, sir.
Yeah, no,
You're
brother.
done.
You're done.
You're done. And now he's up there traveling around, man. Hell, he missed the whole year last year, right?
Yeah. Still getting a check. He's too big to be doing stuff like that.
Bad boy.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Bad boy.
Let's go ahead and talk about some of this NFL.
Easy. It don't stop. Y'all know how we always say it doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
It never stop. It keeps going. It's always deals, trades, signings, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Cincinnati. They let go of their running back. Yeah. Today.
Yours, Bernard.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that somebody will pick him up to be a second down back. I mean, the third down, second down back or whatever. Come off the bench for somebody, give somebody some rest. Because he wasn't bad. It's just that they brought, you got Joe Mixon there. I mean.
Yeah. And then, Joe's always hurt. So,
Exactly.
Bernard, he was solid.
Yeah.
But, it's 8 years for a running back is long. So, like you said, he'll go somewhere. I would say New England, but they got a stable full of them.
Oh, my goodness.
They all like Bernard. You know what I'm saying? Third down, catch, receiving backs.
God, you are right.
So I mean, you know, he'll end up somewhere.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he won't sign with Philly or something like that. Your guy Brady, he comes out today, and you know what I'm saying, he said he was keeping it real. He said it was the Patriots way, and that's the only way. He said, and then he was like, that's just not the only way, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's basically saying that's why he went on ahead and he dipped out.
Yeah.
He wanted to change.
Cut all that shit. He wanted to show that he can win a championship without that. And then now you're seeing what's going on in New England. They're trying to show, that's why they're loading up the box. That's why they signing everybody in the world, throwing that money, which, hell, I thought it was a cap. Apparently ain't no cap with them. I understand they don't pay nobody, but shit. Right. They signing everybody to load up the show they can win one without Brady.
Right.
I mean that's what's going on.
And wouldn't that be something that people would want to see Tampa Bay and New England in the Super Bowl?
Nope. You don't want to see that shit either.
I don't, but I'm just saying, for the Tom Brady people.
Nope.
We know you don't want to see it. You want to see your own boys.
That's right, and you do too.
Fuck yeah, I want to see my guys in there. But I'm just saying for the TV fans, TV 12 fans.
Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you.
You got to make that for that too.
Yes.
That's good.
Hell no. I mean, that's good media fodder.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's great, but no, sir. Don't want to see that shit. We saw Tom already. Kraft already. We tired of seeing him. And I mean, he did it, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? And they trying to sign, you're not winning it again.
Ooh.
No, you're not. Sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry, you're not.
Well, I'm just be blessed that you over in the NFC. I got to look at Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
No, you don't. Tom's with the.
He's in the NFC. That's right.
Yeah. Tampa Bay.
I'm still looking at Patrick.
No. Yeah, you did look back. You look back. You definitely look back.
Jesus Christ.
Without a doubt. So, yeah.
Washington Redskins hired their first Latino on the conditioning staff. Hey, man, I'm just reading the headlines, brother.
I mean,
just reading the headlines, brother.
Hold on, man. What? Washington, well, it ain't the Redskins no more.
The Washington football team.
First Latino programs coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hell, Rivera is Latino or something like that. So, you know.
Well, obviously,
I mean, he's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
But for them to be like, okay, hey, we hired our first Latino programs coordinator. That's a damn shame that we still got to go through this. Even when they like, first black, first this. No, I mean, it's a damn shame that the world is this. I mean, for real. Really, congratulations. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, congratulations, but come on, man. That's shit's crazy.
Right. Yeah. What you feel about?
That's crazy.
What do you feel about Aaron Rodgers hosting Jeopardy and playing at the same time?
Got embarrassed. Got embarrassed on his first night. Yeah, got embarrassed. Dude said, well, who decided to kick that field goal? Dude went for some shit field goal. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, and then they tape him. So, that's not going to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, if it does interfere or if it is some time take it away, that's when you have a GM and a coach to sit his old ass down and say, look, if you want to be Alex Trebek, rest in peace, go ahead. Make that move, partner.
I think what he's doing is he's kind of
trying to make himself marketable.
That too, and I think he wants out of Green Bay really because Green Bay's not saying that he wants.
I think he wants out of the league. I think he wants to win that championship because as you and I looked at it, as we dived into the shit, we saw that he's only got one championship. Mm-hmm. And he's done played in several chances to go in the
NFC championship game.
And has fell on his face. Yeah. Now, so that's a driven factor. Mm-hmm. He wants to say, I need two of these things. I mean, he got one, and one is great. I mean, he's Hall of Fame. We know that. But, I mean, a little bit in him. But also, he's also putting his toe in the water to see life after football. You can't blame him.
No, hell no, you can't blame him.
Shit, he's one hit away. Shit's over, done. And then you can't be on Jeopardy.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Yeah, you ain't know nothing. So, so I can't blame him on that for real.
Nah. Hope everything goes your way, Mr. Rogers. Cause
Yeah. Good luck with that.
hold on, before we leave real quick, we'll go to the next one. Your favorite guy. I had to say this outside this morning, dude. I know you can't stand him. He said he is not convinced that Pitts will be the solver for Cowboys.
Who's that? Jackson?
Your guy.
Ooh.
You know we don't say his name on this show.
Yeah. Sometimes it's several people.
Mr. A.
Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but hell, shit. It don't make no difference. If Pitts is there, you know, it's
you get him.
Yeah. And then about it, Cowboys got so many picks, and then you can move up and get a cornerback because there's several good cornerbacks. And really, if Pitts is there, they ain't passing him up.
Mm-mm.
If he ain't there, then you go get Horn or you get Surtain and keep it moving.
So who y'all got? What y'all got first round?
10 pick. Yeah, so we sitting pretty. All these quarterbacks is going in like a parade.
All of them.
Yeah, but I do love. I mean, granted, Dallas got a punter, which they got rid of their old punter, which is cool. Mm-hmm. But got the tight end. He's a backup, but he's like a blocking tight end. He can go out. So you solidify. See, that's what I'm saying. You solidify all these your spots. You get them in there so you can have depth. If a rookie come in and can beat somebody, that's good. And if he can't, there's just depth. So I ain't got no problem with none of that. But I mean, and he only reading it because they said that Jones is infatuated over Pitts, but he's infatuated with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because Pitts is a freak. If Pitts is there, hell yeah. It was just like last year. When CeeDee Lamb and all them other receivers there, got to get him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because he has a chance to be a once-in-a-lifetime tight end. Now, I know the Dallas DBs, but dude, when something like that, who might be the next Kelsey, something like that, you just don't let that slide.
No, you don't.
You just cut the dude who got hurt, save up the cap, then spend that on some other shit. But then I'm gonna tell you what, like I said, we got 2 more weeks, 2.5 more weeks for the draft. It's gonna be more free agency picks up because when you see these teams picking up these other and they fill out their rosters, then you're gonna say, okay, all right, they're able to do this, X, Y, and Z. So there's gonna be some more moves. I know Dallas is gonna make some more moves too. So
right.
Yeah, so Stephen A, man, if this wasn't this is an adult show, but if it was an XXX rated show, I would tell you what he could do.
Mm-hmm. I really know you would.
Point blank.
I know you would. You cannot stand that guy. Bless his heart. Bless his little heart.
He that's what he does. Let me see. Let's go on and move into this one real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Miller. Yes, sir. He's out. They finally got rid of him. The buyout was, I thought it was this. I mean, he's been there forever, so it's only $1.5 million. Mm-hmm. So they saved on that. But the FBI dropped the shit 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, whatever, and you still got the coach.
Right.
Still got to eat. Still got the check.
Mm-hmm.
Checks, endorsements, all kinds of stuff. And also, I'm looking at that, and, I'm not going to applaud you. That shit already happened. But then you got Kansas, dumbass, is signing people for a lifetime contract who's also under investigation and found out that they was cheating and doing shit. I mean, woo!
Right.
Crazy.
Right.
Really, it is crazy, bro.
Yeah. And you said the buyout was only 1.5?
Yeah. Yeah, because at first when they was talking about getting it, you talking about like 10, 20, 10, 15 something billion. So each year it goes low.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, we can afford this, bye.
Right.
And really, you can fight it because it ain't over. So the investigation, basically, if they found guilty and all this kind of shit, they go, you out of there. They ain't got to pay you.
Right.
Just call.
Right.
Just call.
Yeah, 1.5. I'd rather pay that than what dude had to get bought out in Indiana. The dude in Indiana was 10, wasn't
it? Yeah. Archie 8.
Jesus.
Archie 8, yeah.
Yes, he did. God.
He ate.
Any day.
Royalty.
I ain't got coaching no more.
No more. No mas.
Bingo.
Yes, no mas. Let's wait a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we Gucci on that though, man. That's what I love for real, for real. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's all good. So let me see. Y'all, real quick before we move on, you saw where uh, the commission is having concern with the boy, with Watson.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's like we said. His career is probably over. It's probably done, and it's sad because I think that young man only 25 years old. He just started. You know what I'm saying? 3 years in, it's golly. I'm gonna pray for that young man, dude.
Lots.
Because it ain't looking good.
Lots and lots and lots. God bless him. And
yes. I hope everything turned out okay, but it ain't looking good, brother.
Nah, it ain't. It's choices you make.
So, yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. So, you hit it. Choices you make.
Yeah. So, it's all good.
We're all grown men.
Right. All right. So we get ready to bring on some of the guests for our show as they call in. But we're going to hit y'all with some of these bangers that we got. Y'all know how we do. You know what I'm saying? So we'll play as we bring in some people.
Yes, sir.
It's Cowboy Stiller, it's champ to champ. 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 It's APN with Mark and Will. It's APN with Mark and Will. It's APN with Mark and Will. You know the deal. It's Cowboy Stiller, it's champ to champ. 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 It's APN, Mark and Will. It's APN, Mark and Will. It's APN, Mark and Will. You know the deal. It's APM. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
Yes, sir.
We back.
We back.
Great. Get our guests up and going.
Yes, sir. What's up, Coach? How you doing? Coach?
What's going on, y'all? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We doing fine. We doing fine. You know what I'm saying? How about yourself? We got some other. We got Coach Collins calling in the rant too. So
yeah.
Right there. How about yourself, man? You doing good though?
I'm good, man. Finally, I guess you should get back to normal a little bit after Monday.
Yeah. It don't stop, does it? It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop at all, man. We right back at it for real. We'll talk about that later on in the show, but we right back at it though.
I like that. Big time, man. I mean, hey, I'm trying to wait till the rest of the fellas. Here we go. We got some coming in. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Okay. Hey, what's up? Coach Carlos, how you doing?
What's going on?
Cheers. What's up?
Yeah, nothing much, man. Nothing much. We still got one more to join us, but you know how it goes. Like that.
Matter of fact, let me chime in on that. Give a segue to that. Durant might be joining in later on.
Okay.
He gave me a call. He got some stuff he had to handle as far as on the family side. So if he's able to hop on, he'll probably hop on later on. But
that's cool.
9 times out of 10, he might not be able to tonight.
Okay. Well, look, let's rock and roll. Like you said, let's rock and roll. Let's go on and talk about it, man. I mean, right there, that right there was. I'm gonna tell you what. On the way back from Frankfurt, to Louisville, we couldn't stop talking about giving praises, man. That showcase was all that. Very impressive.
Appreciate that.
Very impressive. I've never seen that many athletes
right
on the field.
Right.
The field was great. First of all, shout out to Kentucky State University for that field. That field was lovely. I felt like I could have went to sleep. It was carpet. It was nice. It was big time. And I know them kids had to be like, yes, right. This right here, man. Hey, first of all, man, shout out to you guys for doing it, man. That was great. So let's get into it, man. What was your impression of it? I mean, you guys orchestrated the stuff.
First things first, man, I got to give some shout outs as you guys did. When I got to shout out the president of Kentucky State University, Dr. Christopher Brown. I got to shout out the Department of Public Engagement, the head of that, Miss Sonia Sanders. Got to shout out the athletic director department, Miss Jacqueline Duval and Coach Slater, Terrence Slater. Then I also got to shout out the Louisville Alumni Association for Kentucky State University, the president, Mr. Barry Johnson, and the vice president, Carla Thompson. People never know what goes on behind the scenes. And those individuals, plus some others, were very, very involved, very, very intricate in making this thing happen. And, so we can't praise them enough for giving us an opportunity and supporting it. Because people think it's just us sitting down, sharing tea and crumpets, and then, saying the thing happens. But they don't really understand the conversations and the dialogue that goes on with putting this thing together. Truth be told, and I've mentioned this to the Alliance, and I've mentioned it to the members of the Been Live Through Sports. Selfishly, man, I for me, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I got there earlier than everybody else. And, I really couldn't believe that we were actually about to host an event at Kentucky State University, the same place I played ball. One thing I did, and I'm going to give shouts out to some of my former teammates, Gordon Miles, Derek Talbert, Zach Carr, Justin Hatchett, Jason Leach, some of my former coaches, Coach Roderick Brown, Coach Cornell Burbage, because truth be told, when I got there, I think I got there about like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I pretty much walked around campus, man. It was really as a reality check of what's about to happen in the next few hours, and I just couldn't believe it. So for me, it was unimaginable, and it was a huge, great honor to be able to do something like that on the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for you to feel that, you know what I'm saying, and that. You know what, man? Like you said, I couldn't take enough pictures. You had to be there. Like I talked to several parents who had kids there, and they was blown away. How organized everything was. I mean, and this to see that many athletes. First of all, how many athletes was there? Let's get that. Let's get that out of the way. How many athletes?
Y'all trying to have me talk the whole time, man.
I'm sorry, we get Carlos on there too. Yeah.
Truth be told, man, we had. Go ahead, Los. You got it.
No, you had the number. I'm just saying that I think the final count was 300.
Yeah, we had 300 student athletes for sure. Shouts out to my guy Curtis Blackwell, Sound Mind, Sound Body out of Detroit, Michigan. Shouts out to Coach Hawkins out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Shouts out to anybody that brought a student athlete from outside the state.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to the event. The list is crazy long as far as the coaches and the mentors and the alumni associations out of Columbus, Cincinnati, Illinois, Michigan, and the other places. Man, it's real long as far as the people that came in and made it happen for the young people. Because people think it's just about us, but at the end of the day, the goal of the showcase was to actually let the young people come in and see the university and showcase their talents at Kentucky State University.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, that was nice.
Done.
That was nice.
Mission accomplished on that.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. But I mean, we had a great time, and again, I gotta do this because it is what it is. I gotta shout out my family. You know what I'm saying? My mom, my dad, and I'll name names. My mom, my dad came from Ohio. My nieces came from Georgia. My brother came from Texas. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of people that drove in, flew in. So shouts out to my mom, Dr. Lisa Anthony. Shouts out to my dad, Fritz Montgomery. My little brother, Sean Montgomery, flew in from Texas. His daughters, Kiesa and Chalasia. Shouts out to my little sister, my niece and my nephew. Shouts out to the daughters of my daughters. I mean, the mothers of my daughters, Summer Benham and Kim Jennings, for allowing my kids to be involved and be there to witness it. You know what I'm saying? So not only was it special for the student athletes, like again, selfishly, and I'm not trying to take any shine from anybody else, but selfishly, man, I invited the world, as far as my world, to it. And I think the alliance, you know what I'm saying, like guys like Carlos, Chan, Nelson, Anya, Erica, Durant, you know what I'm saying, Bryson Johnson, and Brandon Cosby for pretty much allowing me to be selfish in a way and get my family involved, get my former teammates involved, and make sure that everybody had a nice time because, I mean, for what, 4.5, 5 hours outside of the showcase, we shut Frankfort, Kentucky down.
Yes. Yes.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
That's it as far as my shouts out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no more. But that's it.
How about you, Carlos? I mean, for real. I mean, did you envision this? I mean, granted, you guys have been a part of a lot of this stuff, and like Mark and I, you know what I'm saying? That was the first time on field seeing that up close and in person. We heard about it from relatives and different people like that. I'm old. Right. I'm way older than you guys. I didn't have that kind of experience on that one. But did y'all envision it, Carlos? Did you envision y'all have 300 kids? Wow.
I mean, to be honest with you, we did one in King Louis last year.
Okay.
Last summer, and it was right around the same amount of kids. But the Division Week that you mentioned about was a conversation that me and Ryan had probably back during the pandemic, and the conversation came up and said, "Well, man, that's a possibility. You might be doing something at Kentucky State." I said, "University?" He said, "Yeah." I mean, because as many camps and as many visits we took, myself, Ryan, George Durant, and we took these college kids too. I mean, our student athletes too to participate in other camps. Man, you never think you could do one in your own backyard.
Right.
So when the opportunity came, I told Ryan, man, let's just go for it, see what happens. And people fail to realize, man, besides me and Ryan talk, my family talk about it all the time. We talk like 5-6 times a day, just little bitty stuff, man, like details, logistics, anything that we trying to do to make the event the best way possible, man. So we can have conversations like this where this is people talking about it, people having memories, man, of doing something like this. I mean, not just us, but I'm talking about student athletes, because student athletes still talking about it. Some of my players, my 7-on-7 team was out there, and they still talking about it. Other players go out to city and state are talking about it. So it's just a matter of, taking that vision, man, and making it happen. So I was excited, man, and I was ecstatic on how, we got it accomplished. Because at the end of the day, when you sit back and reflect what we just did, man, that was unbelievable. But that's what we did this for. We did it for the student athletes, for not just, like I said, not just here, man, but surrounding states and giving other kids opportunities to, display their skill set on a college campus. First time ever at Kentucky State. So I was very, very pleased.
Yeah, that right there was something, man, to behold. And just to hear, as we was walking around the different groups of positions, and then you hear different places where kids was coming from and stuff like that. What I know you said Detroit. What were some other states and cities that they kids, if y'all can recall, came from for the showcase?
We got Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, of course. Parts of Kentucky I never heard of. I ain't gonna lie. This part of the kids I ain't never heard of. We got some. Did we get somebody from Nebraska? We had some people.
We got a couple. Yeah, we got some kids from Nebraska.
Wow.
We had a couple kids
That's
from
crazy.
Tennessee. I think we had 1 or 2 kids flying from Virginia.
Wow, impressive.
Man, you got me wanting to pull up the whole roster.
Hey, impressive.
But truth be told, man, like Los was getting to, like, we really had a lot of different kids from a lot of different places, and you getting the phone calls and you see the number pop on your phone, you like, man, where is this at? Mm-hmm. But I mean, everybody wanted to get reps, and one thing that a lot of the parents were saying when they would call or email was, saying we're excited to come to Kentucky State University. And, to me as an alum, it's like, okay, sure. But when people actually did their research and I guess on campus, as far as everything like that, they just wanted to be around it. They didn't know. Like, a lot of people don't know that there's actually an HBCU in the state of Kentucky.
True.
You know what I'm saying? True. There's 2 of them now. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 of them because we know. But people really don't know there's an HBCU in the state of Kentucky. And so this was a great way to get that information out. Yeah. I mean, Mr. Barry Sanders and Miss Carla Thompson, a part of the Alumni Association, as well as the Alumni Association at Kentucky State, they were there to pass out information about K-State. You know what I'm saying? And talk to young people and their parents about application process and so on and so forth. And so that was huge. That was what we wanted. You know what I mean? To have not vendors, but to have the presence of Kentucky State there. So, I mean, yeah, man, you had it was so many kids there that were from out of state to where, like, sometimes on a roster I had to look at the person like, oh, that's you. Okay. You trying to put a name with a face, but you really can't. You know what I mean? Because you got 300 kids, but at the same time you're trying to, build that relationship and figure out who's coming to the event so you can invite them again. But yeah, once we shared information.
Yeah.
And when I shared with everybody that we had kids coming from Virginia, the first thing somebody was like, if somebody went one of our meetings, they was like, Virginia? I'm like, yeah, dude, here go the name right here.
Yeah.
Registered. So, but yeah, man, I don't know what to say. Like, we had a great time, man. And I still can't believe it. I still hear about it, and I still look at the pictures and the videos on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. So,
it's all on our timeline.
Yes.
Every day. I'll be tweeting it to him like, yes, I was there. Bart was there. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Yeah. First of all, also, shout out to all the coaches you guys. How many coaches did you have? I mean, that was remarkable.
Yes, it was.
I mean, because you had that many kids, you had to make sure everybody was covered. And we knew some of the coaches. Yeah. Great job. Like, how many coaches did y'all have? Because that was remarkable in itself.
Well, no, first of all, like, seriously, people don't understand this, but you got to give flowers to where they do. Huge shouts out to George Durant, Carlos Collins.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, people have no clue what goes into this as far as with us. Like, other entities, other organizations, they're able to do things differently, but those 2 guys right there pretty much, how you can say, took the bull by the horn and made it happen. But we had 60 coaches, Los, I think.
Yeah, it was 60.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? But you talking about 2 gentlemen, Carlos Collins and George Durant, that pretty much.
Gotta have to, Carlos and George.
For real, man.
Yeah.
You know, those my guys, man, and they spearheaded the whole thing as far as on the field. So if anybody's watching this, anything like that, man, those 2 guys are the ones that actually did everything. And I mean, people ask me, like, well, how A, B, and C? Man, look, when it comes to the on the field stuff, Ryan Montgomery was hands off. Like, Carlos Collins and George Durant deserve the flowers because there were some setbacks, a couple little mishaps or whatever that we're not going to speak on because you ain't see them.
Thank
From
you.
an administrative point, we did. We know.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Those 2 guys right there, man, without even conversations with me or anybody else, man, they pretty much was like, this is what we're going to do. And Los, they seriously, though, like, they deserve all that.
Well, and one of the reasons, besides seeing that many coaches, I do want to say, as we was walking around, these guys was great leaders of young men, teaching them, showing them, encouraging them. As someone who played and all that kind of stuff, and seeing, you've been around coaches, and some just like, can't do right there. These guys, everybody was handling business in a professional manner.
Yes, it was.
And everything, man. So, hey, Carlos, George, hey, for real, shout out to you guys big time because, hey, Rail ran and these coaches actually made kids better.
Yes, they did.
I mean, well, I appreciate it, but the thing is, man, the coaches that was involved, they understand the vision that we had for student athletes, and they understand the game as well, and understand how to get the best out of these, out of the student athletes that was there. Mm-hmm. So, true, we put the game plan together, myself and George, but the execution was the coaches, man, because they were just as passionate as we was about making sure the student athletes got the best out of the whole day themselves, because they understand that, this is one opportunity to make themselves better, and the coaches understood that, and they took, the ego, put the ego aside, and made it as one, as a whole entire group for the day. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like I said, we put the game plan together, but execution came with the coaches, man. And we give, a big shout out to all the coaches that was involved. Because you can see it on the field. I mean, they was acting like it was a Friday night. The way
yes. Big time.
Breaking players, and they was getting involved too. Some of the coaches was getting down and dirty with the drills too. So, hey, that's a huge shout out to them. Understand that, we got one team and one goal, man, to make this happen. And we had one, a great opportunity to do it. That's what happened.
Let me ask y'all this, because we was on the field while we looking at these kids, right? We saw some kids that was like 6'4", ninth grade, like ninth grade. Yeah. We saw a little dude who was in the 7th grade that was so crazy. Like, did a kid actually, like, he got it? Did somebody show you that was like, oh, he's the one?
That's so funny. I was gonna say which group, and not so much as a play, because it was all, you know what I'm saying, because I was waiting for that one-on-one, you know what I'm saying, like that skeleton drill, the DB gets the receiver.
Right.
I saw some pancakes. Like, did a group or certain, because when you get into players, because and like Coach Montgomery and Coach Collins would tell, they had most valuable players of the positions right there, but did y'all see like
a standout?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It was a whole lot of standouts. The MVP for us, it was a hard decision. You ask the coaches. It was going back and forth on who they thought was MVP, who should have got MVP. It was just, but it was some, what I would call some hidden gems out there.
Yeah.
That nobody knows about, just gonna be on the scene next 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. Young guys. They man, it was some quarterbacks out there, man, that can slang it. I didn't know where they came from. But as far as, all of us, the positions, everybody dominated the league. Like Ryan said, the guys from Michigan came down and tried to wreak havoc, man, and the Kentucky guys stepped up. So we just, everybody accepted the challenge, no matter where they were from. So, like, as far as competition, competition is great. And, all we got to do is just sit back and enjoy it and get your popcorn for real. Because I was out there enjoying it more than anything else.
Yeah.
You know how he tried to throw that 7th grader. First of all,
hey, that's 7th
that catch on the side, that one-handed catch that kid did on the sideline.
That's grown man catch.
I'm like, hold on, man.
So that was one of the secrets right there, man. It is what it is. We talked about it during the last time, as far as, getting the young guys out there and getting them exposure as far as what it's like to be at the camp. You know what I'm saying? So, again, shouts out to my man Curtis Blackwell, my man Zach Carr out of Sound Mind, Sound Body. But I received a phone call and said, hey, we're participating in this 707 stuff in Indiana. We're doing this kind of stuff in Tennessee. We got a young man that maybe be able to step up with the big boys, A, B, and C. And I'm like, well, look, if we got room, we'll slide him in there. Luckily for the young man, a couple of receivers didn't show up. Slid him in there. We had a chit-chat like, hey, I understand this. If something happens, I think his parents were there as well, or somebody was there as far as his coach or something like that. I understand this. If it gets to become too much, No problem. You got a free shirt. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoy the environment. Yeah. It came out there and pretty much solidified himself and it backed up all the conversations that I had with Curtis, all the conversations I had with Coach Carr, just some of the stuff he had put on Twitter. Because, of course, you know, so when you hear about a young guy like that, you know, so you want to see what it is. You're not, of course, he's not going to play for you or anything like that. But the main thing is like, all right, young guy, let's see what you really got. Let's just say before that catch, he did a couple of things that I saw was like, if we do one-on-ones today, he's going to embarrass somebody. And then they're going to get very, very upset when they find out that he doesn't even really have a transcript yet.
Right.
So, yeah, man. I mean, the young guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's going to be something to remember up in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure because of the relationship that we had with Sound Mind, Sound Body, that you're going to see him again next year.
Oh, my goodness.
And then the next year. And then the next year. So,
I'm going to see him on the circuit.
I'm not even saying the 3 years. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say the one-handed catch, man. There was a couple of drills that he did. We did a couple of things that he did during the drill segment, a couple of things he did just routes on air. I was just like, there's no way this guy is in the 7th grade because how smooth he is. He's real smooth, real fluent. And I'm a receiver coach, and those are the things that I pay attention to the most as far as like how does a guy run their routes, how fluent and how smooth are they when they come in and out of breaks. And so I kind of pulled him to the side a little bit, like, hey, make sure you enjoy yourself today and get all the reps you can. Yeah. And he was like, Coach, I can't even show who I am. So when he said that, I walked away like.
But check this out.
Be a problem.
Before that one-hand catch, because you remember we was at the other end zone, and he put a move on some kid, man. I felt so sorry because dude, all he could do was grab his jersey, and because it was ghost, and he was gone. I was like, and then that's when we found out. You know, his grade. I was like, get out of here. Get out of here with that.
We asked him not to say anything, but, you know, when you are what you are, you're going to slip out. Because you're going to pound your chest, let everybody know, like, man, I'm not up there with these boys yet, but I'm coming. So
yeah. And think about it, it was so much talent. Like, period. Offensive line, defensive line. Yep. I mean, every position was well represented, man. That right there. Woo! Yeah. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Yes, sir. So, what's next? Next. You can't leave us starving like this.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
So the news will probably break Friday, and everything like that. Friday afternoon, maybe Saturday morning. We do have another showcase coming up. It'll be in the western part of Kentucky. Because one of the goals that we've had, I should say, is to try to do things in the state, but touch each corner of the state. You got, like I said, you got guys like George Durant, Carlos Collins that know more about Kentucky than I do. They've been here longer. They got the tie to the different corners with as far as the student athletes, the parents, the coaches. And so they presented an idea, I think it was last year, of let's go around the state and do something in different corners. Wow. So I was like, man, all you gotta do is just tell me what I gotta do to make it happen, and let's make it work. So we have a date set. So the next date will be May 22nd, in the western part of Kentucky. So the location is to be announced, not to be determined, to be announced. So you gotta hold that in a little bit. Okay. And then after that, June 18th.
They hitting us with the double decker. Okay.
So June 18th is another date, and that will be a Midwest collaboration. And the reason why we're going to do that is because, truth be told, I'm from Ohio. Yes, from Ohio, and you know we want to take care of home as well. So
have to.
Ohio will be in the building. I'm not going to tell you the organizations.
Okay.
You just have to wait till
Okay. We just bring it back on. Let's bring it back on.
Can't tell you the organizations or anything like that. But there's been some discussion. I mean, today we actually had one high school, not an organization. We had one legit whole high school that's going to come down from Ohio. But so Ohio is going to be involved. Illinois is going to be involved, and Michigan is going to be involved.
Wow.
Now, obviously, other states.
Yes.
And Indiana, Missouri, Tennessee, anybody else want to be a part of it. But we're going to lean heavy on the Midwest due to NCAA rules and regulations as far as Division I football camps.
Okay.
Now, we know the D2 schools can host camps and do their own thing, but we're trying to keep an eye out on the compliance stuff that's going on with D1. So if they can host camps, that's cool. But one thing we keep an eye on is, can they travel?
Okay.
So if they can't host a camp and travel, then essentially our camp or our showcase could be considered a mega camp, if you put it that way. As far as a lot of schools from around the area can come to it. The location. The location will be the Lou City practice facility for June 18th.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Carlos and his connections as far as that goes. So if you know anything about Lou City soccer, it's a professional soccer team that's in Louisville, Kentucky. Brand new stadium.
Whoa, time out. This is the one for June?
This one for June.
Yeah.
It's going to be... Carlos, quit playing with people, man.
Wow.
I told y'all,
that's a beautiful field, man.
Wow.
Check this out, man. When you got a team like this, man, you gotta let them tap in and do their own.
Yeah.
You got to. And so, like I said, shouts out to Los, because and Durant touched on it before. The main thing is we not just football. You know what I'm saying? Los has a daughter, or daughters, I should say, that plays soccer. You got Erica Hurd and Anya that do volleyball and track, so on and so forth. So we not done yet.
I heard that.
So we just not getting started. But so yeah, June 18th we will be at Lou City.
Wow.
In their practice facility. It'll be a 2-day thing right now. And we'll get into the details of everything, but that'll probably be the end of it. And then we'll get ready for the season as far as football goes. But so you have the 2 dates, which are May 22nd on the western region of the state, and then June 18th. And so the main thing is, man, we're just trying to get these kids an opportunity to get reps and showcase their skills. Yeah, true enough, the end goal for parents is to get a free education, get scholarships. But our goal is to reps, man. You need reps, because the way it is as far as COVID, you don't know when you'll have practice and all this other stuff like that. So we want the young people to get as many reps as possible before they have to go back to the school and do what they need to do to win a state title. Yes. And so if you become better against the people that you don't know, right, who knows what happened in the season. So
right. All right. Y'all heard it here first. Yes. Oh, my goodness. They broke it here first.
Yes, they did.
We got 2 more showcases coming up.
2 more.
What do you say, May 22nd and do a June 18th?
Yep.
Stop playing with them. Stop playing with them. Man. Head bang, man. Yes, sir. And you know, y'all guys is always welcome on here. Talk about it, right before it or whatever we got to do. For real, we support you guys. Absolutely. And that's what, and I'm going to tell you what, after we saw that showcase at K-State, we kind of turn our Twitter also to go ahead and support the youth. Yep. As far as football, not even football, baseball, but whatever youth sports is out there. Mm-hmm. If you got film, you got tape, we tweet your stuff, whatever, to get seen or whatever we can do, man. I mean, we're here just to help, just like everybody else. Yep. So we appreciate you guys allowing us to, right, you know what I'm saying, be a part of the movement, so to speak, giving back to the youth type stuff. So anytime you guys need to be on, want to be on there, y'all know what to do for sure. Point. Yeah.
One thing I do want to say. Go ahead, Los. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say, I appreciate you guys too, because, like I said, it takes a village to help these student athletes out, man. Not just me, not just Ryan, not just George Durant. It takes a whole lot of us, man, that help these student athletes accomplish their dream, especially with the situation going on right now. Mm-hmm. The good, the bad, whatever, man. It takes a lot of us to help them out. So we appreciate you guys, building the block, building this village with us, because we ain't gonna stop. You already know y'all just sit there and told you we're gonna keep it going.
That's
no
right.
matter what. So anybody else that wants to, come on board and join the train with us, man, we open.
Yeah. Because that people don't understand, like, this thing doesn't happen without the assistance of the high school coaches, the assistance of the community, the assistance of, you know what I'm saying, guys like y'all. Like, this isn't a one man band or one organization band. Like I said, Bill Out through sports out of Ohio, Kentucky Alliance out of here. I mean, that those are just two different entities that could be collab with whatever organization that wants to get involved with helping the youth. You know what I'm saying? We not closed to be like, hey, no, you can't help out. But the main thing is, if you're a like-minded person and you actually want to support the youth and get forward, come to the table. Our table is round. We don't have no square table, no rectangle, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has a voice. Everybody has a say so. Because like I just mentioned, I mean, I quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? And I tell Los and them, and we all joke about it. Like, yeah, people try to come to me as far as, you know what I'm saying, the Montgomery guy that puts on a showcase, but people understand, like, it's not my showcase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we have a round table. Like, every single person has a voice. Like, we don't move without an equal vote. You know what I'm saying? If it don't feel right within our heart and anything like that, we're not doing it. Plain and simple. And that goes with anything. Like, anything we got going on, as far as like the broad, the big mindset. So like, you'll be surprised what happens during our meetings. We have real legit meetings, real legit votes and everything like that, and we don't move unless everybody has a voice and says something. So, but one thing I do want to point out, because I seen it. Appreciate y'all. Shouts out to y'all for sharing the prospect forum that we created. Because one thing people don't understand is, every high school in the state has their own thing that they do as far as pumping out the student athletes. But the more eyes that are on your student athlete, the better chances that there are as far as him or her getting an opportunity. Because you may have a relationship with a coach, I may have a relationship with a coach, so and so, Carlos, Durant, Chan, anybody else. So if you give us an opportunity to share that information with somebody that we have a personal relationship with, a personal connection with, they might take heed to it faster than you would. And so you guys sharing that, and young people signing up in the last few days,
Yes,
it's
sir.
phenomenal.
Well, you know, Ryan, because I saw the sheet on there, right? And the spreadsheet that you sent out with the list, and I saw my nephew on there, so I was like, "Hold on, man, it's got to be like, So I went to my sister and asked her, like, "What did you fill out? What's going on?" And so she told me what she had to fill out. So I said, "Oh no, we got because there's way more out there. So let's go ahead and do that." And that's great that y'all created that because, like you said, if you don't know, you ain't gonna fill out. You ain't gonna do nothing. You get lost in the shuffle. So. Hey, that's just another thing, man. I mean, like I said, we look and see what you guys put out there, and any way we can try to help and do whatever. I mean, that's what we here, man. At the end of the day, we love sports, all sports. So hey, whatever we can do to help you guys, hey, we're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are prime example of great leadership. So yeah, without a doubt.
Right.
Appreciate it. Because that, truth be told, that's what we use to keep in touch with the student athletes about ACT stuff, SAT stuff, college visits, and so on and so forth. Like, people think that we send out information just about the showcases, but at the end of the day, man, we try to tell the young people, you know what I'm saying, they're going to turn them lights out one day, you know what I'm saying, as far as the high school, and they're not going to turn it back on. You know what I'm saying? So the end goal is for them to turn it back on at the next level. So these are the tools that you need to accomplish that goal in the ACT, and, you know what I'm saying, making sure your transcript is legit, and all that kind of stuff. Like, again, people have no clue the conversations we have that involve Carlos calling, you know what I'm saying, talking to his wife, calling this person, me calling my mom, talking to this person to make sure that the dates and the information that we have is legit to share with these student athletes and their families. So, huge shouts out to you guys again for sharing that on Facebook, sharing it on Twitter and everything like that. Because it's been an uphill battle, but we're just thankful that people seeing that we're not trying to recruit your kids. Because I think myself, Chan Nelson, and Brandon Cosby are the only coaches, high school coaches. I know Erica Hurd, she coaches in Indiana, but we're the only JCPS coaches. And I know a lot of people were leery, like, you know, saying we don't want to share our student athletes information because they might try to recruit our kids. But I'm not from Kentucky. So me recruiting a kid from Male or Manual or J-Town and stuff like that to come to Fern Creek is like, what do I get out of that? Like, I
Exactly.
don't really
Right.
think it's a good idea for me to go talk to that kid about coming to Fern Creek because, like I think I told a parent last year or I told a coach last year, I can't remember, but my main thing is I can help your kid from the Bahamas. I don't have to be in the United States to help your kid. So me having him come to Fern Creek to lend a hand or forward him to Carlos or Durant or anybody else for advice, I can do that from pretty much anywhere in the world. So it doesn't have to be at Fern Creek. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would we like him to come to Fern Creek and help us win?
Hey, calm down over there. Calm down now.
But you know what I'm saying? I we don't do that, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Same thing with Los, and I won't, because we said to talk about the showcase and anything like that, but I don't want to take the shine away from Los and Durant. I wish he was on here, but I hope Los can share information about their upcoming 707 events. But one thing that I joke with Los about is the competition when it comes down to the 707 stuff with GAT and P2P and the underdogs and the underrated and stuff like that. Like, people understand, like, you don't have to actually have a student athlete a part of your program to help them out. Now, I know some people think that way, but at the end of the day, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because if you in it for them and you in it to help their families out, at the end of the day, you know a stud when he's a stud, you know a dog when he's a dog, and you also know an underrated student athlete and how to help him get to where he should be. Not where you think he should be, but where he should be. And so, yeah. So
Hey, real quick.
they don't have to be at Fern Creek.
I heard that. And yeah, I'm watching you though, Brian. Los, before we even, and I know that there's some things, 7-on-7 different stuff is going on, but also you have a fundraiser, right? That is
We
up.
we got a fundraiser coming up where we're gonna do three different prizes. The main goal behind the fundraiser, man, we're trying to we qualify for nationals. So we got a chance to take these student athletes to Tampa, Florida to play against all SEC football. I mean, I was living in college, SEC football. Guys from Florida, Texas, Georgia, Alabama, against some of the top players that come from top 7-on-7 programs throughout the country. We also go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and perform in the Powerade Championship. The same thing that Mel does every year when they go out to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah,
they do it on a national 7-on-7 circuit, so you get to play against again top level competition from the East Coast, North Carolina, Virginia. So it puts them on a map. A little bit more wide range of map as far as exposure. So as far as the fundraiser, we're doing 3 different packages. The first package is a sports fan package. We get tickets to UofL UK games, tickets to the pro women's men and soccer team, and also the new arena football team. Just because, being able to network with some of these people, we was able to get some tickets. The second prize is a couples night. So we're gonna have a couples night where you go to a hotel, you hang out for the weekend, you and your significant other, has a bottle of wine, have a certificate for dinner night out too as well. And the third prize, well, I think is probably where everybody's looking forward to, is a bourbon. We got 2 types of bourbon, some glasses. I got, unfortunately, I got contact with Jim Beam, and he came to me and said, "Lois, you can take anything you want out of my garage and use it as a prize." So
damn,
that's the
Los.
fundraiser.
Los is the man.
I'm the man, man. I'm just blessed to know people, man.
Your days and stuff.
Nah, we just doing that, and actually we're gonna go live by Friday. So once we get the link live, man, we'll send it out. I hope you guys can join us, get involved with it. The price of tickets is very is reasonable. I'm not gonna tell you the price yet, but it's gonna be real reasonable.
Okay.
But in the day, we're just trying to get these student athletes outside their comfort zone.
Okay.
A lot of these players, and me and Ryan talk about this every day. A lot of these players have never been outside the city of Louisville. A lot of these players have never been on a plane.
True.
A lot of these players have never been on a beach.
Yep.
So the ultimate goal, man, is to take them way outside their comfort zone and let them know that this could be accomplished if you put your mind to it, inside and outside the classroom. Because the biggest thing with us is, and we'll tell you every day, I don't care how talented you are, I don't care how many stars you got. If academics ain't where it needs to be, man, it's a longer road than you want to take. And everybody got different stories how they got to college, and we trying to eliminate all the pitfalls we possibly can. So I'm just trying to help. We just trying to help the student athletes, man, just experience something that would create memories down the road. And in the day, it's about vision. So we can create a vision for them to say, okay, I can do this. I can go play ball at a state in Florida, or state of Michigan, whatever. And we can make that happen. We gonna make it happen. So that's pretty much my spiel and my advertising.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you know what? Before we let you guys go, we also gonna let you do your spiel like we always do. But if you're on the show, you know y'all know what we gonna do, right? You should be shocked, right? Should be shocked. It's the Market Wheel Show.
The seasons is over, ain't they?
You see how Ryan? You see how Ryan?
Like, I'm gonna tell you
over, ain't
it? No. I'm gonna tell you the funny thing because I had it for each position that y'all played in college. Well, since we're down one, I got you two, right? So let's start off. Here we go. And I'm gonna bring it on so y'all can get on here. Yes, sir.
I gotta get my eyes checked for this one right here. My God.
All right, Hall of Fame All-Pro star. This is college. So you got, as the running back, Peterson, Ricky Williams, Reggie Bush. Who's your Hall of Fame? Who's your All-Pro? Who's your star? And because I know my man Los, doing his thing, we're going to start out with Los.
Man, come on, man. All right.
God.
I gotta go with my man. I gotta go with Reggie Bush, man. I was a big Reggie Bush fan. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Ricky Williams, he's my starter all day, man, just because I know he can carry the ball 30, 34 times a game and don't get tired. I mean, you're talking about a guy that rushed for 2,000 yards, in a big-time conference, on a losing team on top of that.
Yeah.
So, that's why I stand, man. Reggie, Reggie made some highlights, man. I mean, Reggie put of course, they had the scandal. That still didn't take away from his talent, though.
Right.
He made some highlights, when he was at USC, though. So I got to put Reggie in the Hall of Fame.
So AP, all day is your All-Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all day, man.
Okay. How about you, Ryan, on this? What you think?
I'm gonna go with the same. My Hall of Fame is gonna be Bush only because I'm an all-around athlete. You know what I'm saying? And so Reggie Bush, he didn't just do it at running back. My man, wherever, caught the ball, ran back kicks,
all that.
Like he did it for USC. Especially the thing is though, you know what I'm saying? You had Thunder and Lightning, so he did it on a team that he didn't even
Lindell.
Like, what's the point of him returning kickoffs when you had guys that could have did it anyway? But they put him back there, and like it was almost a house call every single time.
Yeah.
So,
right.
But yeah, I'm going Reggie Bush, Hall of Fame, AP, All Pro, and Ricky Williams is gonna be the starter just because. I mean, game on the line, he getting the ball. He did it, like Lo just said, he did it with nothing. So yeah.
All right, let's check this out. One more. Hold on. I got you. Mr. Receiver. Mr. Receiver.
I want to see these college receivers he bring up. Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Booyah! Howard, Tim Brown, Randy Moss. And we're going to stop Mr. Ryan. Let's get you on there. Let me let you rock and roll first.
I mean, I'm my Hall of and I'm being biased because I got to, you know what I'm saying, because of my mom, my dad actually know Desmond.
Okay.
They know him for real. So Desmond Howard is my Hall of Famer because actually, again, you know what I'm saying, I'm a little dude. He definitely a little dude, and he made it happen. At the collegiate level at Michigan, you know what I'm saying, he's probably one of the first and maybe the only legit to do the Heisman and win the Heisman.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So he's my Hall of Famer. Now my All Pro, my starter. Right. I hope Pennington ain't watching this because we ain't trying to lose no support out of that, man.
Woo!
My All Pro got to be Tim Brown because he was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just a receiver. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go Hall of Fame, Desmond, All Pro, Brown, and starter Moss. And Chad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
How about you, Los? Who you got, Los?
I'm gonna have to go the opposite side, man. I gotta get Randy, the Hall of Famer, man. Randy, dude. I mean, keep in mind, he did the same thing in Marshall. He did the same thing in Florida State before his mishaps. He did it in Marshall, man. It just changed the receiver game, all the way around. Thanks to Chad throwing the ball to him, but he still put himself on the map. Then go to the NFL.
Woo!
They do the same thing, pretty much. No matter what he did, moon the goalpost or whatever, but he was consistent. Whew.
All Pro.
Maybe All Pro is Desmond, man. I was a big Desmond Howard fan, even though I'm from Ohio. Man, I just like the way he played ball as a receiver, especially I ain't trying to knock people hype. The size he was and doing what he was doing. I couldn't knock what he was doing. He was electrifying. And that pose he did after he ran that punt back, when I was a youngster, hey man, that was classic. I ain't gonna lie, it's still classic.
Yeah.
I watch him every day on ESPN when he's on ESPN. So, but Tim Brown, I'm gonna tell you why Tim Brown is my All Pro, man. Just because what system he was in when he was in Notre Dame, they ran pretty much the option.
Yeah.
And every time he touched the ball, dude, no matter if it was punt return, whatever, whenever they decided to throw the ball, it was to the house. So I gotta give my man props to for what he did in that runaway and the system he had.
Was Rice's quarterback?
Yeah, man, they was running that man. They probably threw the ball about 10 times a game, right? And he probably touched 8 out of the pass, and 4 of them going to the house. So,
right.
Plus when he went to the NFL, man, and played with them, the Raiders.
It got real ugly.
The Raiders still put the Hall of Fame numbers, so that tells you something right there.
Yeah.
So I just gotta give respect where respect is due with guys that did what they could do based on their talent skill level, no matter where they was at, and they was in some bad. And Tim Brown was in some bad situation.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I want to thank you guys for getting through that part of the show. You know what I'm saying? Big time. So as we wrap this up, the floor is are yours. What you want?
Hey,
anything I want to say?
I want to say one thing. Since we talking about local talent, hey, I want to give props to Rondell Moore, who's about to be a first and second round draft pick in about 3 weeks. I'm also gonna give a shout out to the sleeper. You hear me out on this.
Okay.
Nathan Hobbs from Louisville Mayo. Of course, he came through my program. Is a sleeper in the draft. Man, I'm telling you right now, his pro day was off the chain. His pro day numbers was better than some of the top 5 guys that's gonna get drafted in front of him. So look out for Nate.
But hold on. The thing about with Nate, I went to school with his uncle and his dad. His uncle graduated with me. His dad was younger, of course. Nate, rest in peace, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Dude's that guy. Yeah, he's that guy.
Yeah. So I'm just, like I said, I'm proud of them guys, man, representing the city, man. Not just, on the football field, off the field too, because you got to think about it, man. Rondell Moore graduated from Purdue in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
At Purdue. And, they take care of his business in the classroom too. So I just want to give them guys, like I said, props because their lives are going to change in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But they humble guys, man. They ain't about, they're going to take care of themselves, but they also going to look out for their city too. So I'm going to give them guys some props. Look out for them.
That's good stuff. How about you, Ryan? What you got for us?
Man, again, just want to shout out K State again. You know, so everybody was involved, everybody that helped out, from the administrative staff to the maintenance people to the alumni association. Again, to my teammates that came and showed love. It was huge, and it was nice to have a homecoming feel, if you want to put it that way, without the actual homecoming. Huge shouts out to the football coaches, Coach Jackson, Coach Cochran, and everybody else that that were open to the idea. Unfortunately, due to NCAA regulations and stuff like that, they couldn't be there. But just through the conversations that we had, there were no issues as far as us moving forward and using the part of the facility that we could, and then also again the stadium and everything like that. Very very proud, beyond proud to be a thoroughbred, and beyond proud to bring something that's near and dear to my heart as far as the showcase and everything like that to Kentucky State, especially since I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Just moved back and whatnot. So huge shouts out to, you know what I'm saying, Bread Nation, Bread Family, Thoroughbred Nation, Thoroughbred Family, how you want to look at it. Um, because one thing me and Miss Sanders that we spoke about was there are a lot of updates and stuff like that that's going on at K State that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying? As far as the new dorms and the new walkways and upgrades to some of the certain buildings and things like that. And so um, that was one of the things that I wanted people to see selfishly, because everybody just thinks K State is just, you know what I'm saying, there.
Yes.
But one cool thing that happened was a lot of people actually got lost coming to the stadium, and so they had to go on campus and ride around. Look, so y'all too. So yeah,
Yeah.
so
And you know what's so funny? Because I used to drive far, and
yeah.
I didn't know about the stadium. I was like,
See what I mean? See what I mean? So the main thing is that was huge. You know, so to get the phone calls from the many parents and stuff like that. Like, man, where's the stadium at? I'm on campus, and all I see is I'm here at Exum Center. You know what I mean? So to talk to those people and to have them ride around campus trying to find a football stadium, but they looking around, seeing what we're doing at K State. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what's going on was awesome. Was awesome. And then they come to the stadium, and it's a brand new stadium, almost. You know what I'm saying? You got brand new football field, got new updated seats, and from what I've been told, there gonna be some upgrades to the visitor side as well as the facility as far as the locker room and stuff like that. So shouts out to K State. So a lot of stuff going on campus, and I'm just glad to be just a small part of showcasing it to everybody. Hopefully we get a chance to come back next year. We'll go back next year, so to say. And so that's one thing. Again, I said it before, but salute to my family. I mean, you talking about driving 5-6 hours, flying from across the country. You know what I'm saying? For them to come and see this. You know, of course, my little brother, he graduated from K State as well. But for him to fly in and be a part of it and help organize it and put together from his standpoint was huge. And I appreciate them more than they could realize, understand. Um, and huge shouts out, and I did it on Twitter the other day. Huge shouts out. And I forgot to Coach Josh Abel, the head coach at Fern Creek, because not many people will be open to one of their assistants doing something like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not many coaches would be open to something like that because their focus would probably be just on their student athletes and making sure that their student athletes are taken care of and showcased stuff like that. But Coach Abel definitely understands where I come from and how I can separate what goes on at Fern Creek compared to what goes on with Building Live Through Sports or the Kentucky Alliance. And so huge shouts out to him for allowing me to do these things because it is new. It is different. But again, we had a conversation. I was a man of my word that I wouldn't get in the way, wouldn't be a distraction. And he got on board. He was actually there. You know what I'm saying? How many, truth be told, how many head coaches would come to an event ran by one of their assistants?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like that right there shows what kind of man he is as far as integrity and support of the guys on his staff. So definitely appreciate him. But all that aside, if a parent or a coach is watching this show, mark your calendar for May 22nd.
May 22nd.
May 22nd.
You know what I'm saying? Mark your calendar for May 22nd. Again, we'll probably have all the details and everything like that solidified by Friday afternoon at the latest. And again, the June 18th thing is going to be huge. Prices are going to be about the same. I know everybody's worried about the price, and understand we not in this to make money. We all got our own houses, own bills, and stuff like that, so we don't need anybody else paying them. So the price is gonna be about the same. The kids gonna get shirts. They're gonna get fed. They're gonna get exposure. They're gonna get everything they deserve for what we provide them. Along with that, I gotta mention it. I know I'm rambling, but I gotta mention it. If it's any organization that anybody that want to sit down and talk, hey man, we open. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a one-man band, but we definitely need the support of the community, need the support of the state to continue this moving forward. Because one thing is, as they say, I guess in 707, you can pretty much say that we're parent funded. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of parents are coming out of pocket to support their kids and invest in their kids with these showcases. $20, you know, so you never know where that $20 came from as far as the family. So another thing is, shouts out to everybody that supported, from Daniel Wheatley to Tracy Tinsley, Kimberly Collins, Rich Berhing. I can't remember what his last name is, but Rich. Man, who else? I mean, the list was crazy long as far as people that donated to the showcase. So we appreciate all the donations.
Ryan and Carlos, make sure y'all tell them where they can reach y'all at, like your Twitter.
Oh yeah, my bad.
All that kind of stuff like that.
So again, shouts out to everybody that donated. And again, if anybody want to sit down and chit chat with any of us, just reach out. I can be found on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @coach1time, and the time is spelled TYME. So just coach the number 1 TYME. Obviously, I can be found on Facebook. My name, Ryan T. Montgomery. Same thing with Bill Live through Sports Network. We're on there as well. And then same thing with the Kentucky Alliance. We're on there as well as far as Facebook goes. Same name and all that stuff like that as far as Coach One Time on Instagram as well. So I could be reached at all that kind of stuff. I ain't give you my cell phone number, but you be you want to sit down and chit chat. Then I slide my phone number in there. But and again, shouts out to everybody. And appreciate everybody for helping us to make that happen on this past Monday. I look forward to following support as we go forward with this.
Los, how can they reach you? You get
They can hit me up on Twitter at PTP_sports. So T as in Tom, and then I can hit Instagram is P2P Sports. Just to piggyback on Ryan said real quick, because I forgot to do it, man. That's my bad.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I gotta give a huge shout out again to the coaches, man, that helped out with the showcase. Because without the coaches, man, this wouldn't have been successful at all. I'm just being honest. Like I said, we put together the plan, but they executed to a T. And like I said, I want to thank them for taking time out their day, and for just like Ryan, I had a couple of my ex teammates out there who helping out with the camp too. They're actually high school coaches now. I appreciate them coming out, not just supporting me, but supporting the whole movement. So, like I said, I appreciate them coming out and taking time out their day and doing something that I know they love doing, which is teaching the game of football the right way.
Right.
And I won't get no deeper than that, but teaching the game the right way to make sure these kids have bigger and better opportunities down the road. So, but also, if anybody, and Ryan won't, he'll be humble to say this, if anybody has any questions about the recruiting process, please contact us, because it's a beast of a process beyond understanding. If you're a parent and it's new to you, it's a beast of a process. And don't wait till the last minute to try to figure this out. Please don't. Because the situation right now with COVID, NCAA, you got to stay ahead of the game, like yesterday. So if anybody has any questions, small questions, big questions, we'd be happy to answer any questions y'all have. And it's me, Ryan, Durant, Shane, Kyle, anybody. We all in this together. We all do this as one. So if anybody got any questions as far as recruiting, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
I'd like to thank you, Ryan, for letting my son get in, even though we was late. I appreciate you for letting him get in. It was a hell of an experience for him, and he liked it too. So I appreciate it. For my nephew, he actually got to get in too, and got a whole lot of reps too.
Yeah,
No problem, man. That's what it's all about, man. We had to cap it. You know what I'm saying? We had to cap it at 300 because of CDC and make sure everybody got their reps and everybody was safe. But fortunately enough, you know what I'm saying, some of the young men, I'm not going to say fortunate enough. Unfortunately, but fortunately, some of the young men weren't able to participate and show up for the showcase, so other people were able to get in. And then somehow, some way, we had extra shirts. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Bryson Johnson and
Oh!
A2A.
Don't bring up Bryson now. I'm still waiting for the Mark Will stuff and the showcase shirt. Tell Cuz I said I'm still waiting. But nah, great shirts, great everything. I mean, for real. So, hey, man, shout out to everybody involved, for real, man. For real.
Yeah, those shirts were you can say it now. Those shirts were custom made from the stitching to everything. If you look at the stitchings on the shirts, you know what I'm saying, on the gold shirt, the stitching was green, and on the green shirt, the stitching was gold. And so, huge shouts out to the Bryson Johnson and George Durant for bringing that to life, because all I wanted was some green gold shirts. And then they pretty much took it to another level of like, hey, this is your school, this is what you want, this is what we're going to do. So when I seen them in person, I was like, I wonder if I could put this on with some short pads, but you know what I'm saying? Because it felt good, man. I mean, I gotta say that, man. It felt good, but I definitely appreciate those guys and everybody else for helping this come to light. Because for me, again, I mean, everybody understood. For me, it was a personal thing, so I definitely appreciate it. And so hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can do it again. We'll see what's up, but no thanks needed as far as getting anybody in the building. No thanks needed as far as getting anybody involved, man. It's what it's about. We're not trying to close the door on anybody. As long as we have room, we'll make it happen. But we don't want the thanks. We just want the participation.
Right.
Well, Mark and Will Show, we'd like to thank you guys for being on the show. What's that date again? Give us that date again. The next showcase.
So the next showcase will be May 22nd.
May 22nd.
That's right. That's what we're talking about. And we definitely going to want you guys back on here. Let us know when we get closer to it, without a doubt. So thank you guys for joining the show. Thank everybody for watching it. You know, look, we on Twitter too. Mark and Will Show. Please follow us and all this kind of stuff, because we're going to give you all the information you need about showcase, student athlete, whatever you need. We got it. We're going to take care of you. And plus, we like to have them on here so we can go ahead and see who's the Hall of Famer, our pro, all that kind of good stuff. But for real, thank you guys. Much love.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.